Hey, FlimsyLunchTray here, and welcome to World of Warships, back into our new player guide series. And I realize I have never done a video specifically just talking about mods here in World of Warships. Now this is going to be looking at the World of Warships Modstation, not the Aslan's mod, is that the other one? But I had a comment a couple weeks ago of someone asking about it, and I'm back in Norway now, and hopefully we'll be kind of resuming more normal content. But for today, it's just easy for me, rather than doing a Friday highlight, just to talk about the Modstation. So when I'll put the link below in the description, how you download the WoWs Modstation. Once you've downloaded it, you basically select a game client, and here you can see I have on my D hard drive my games World of Warships, and then I go in and I start selecting mods. Now, with the mods, I used to run a lot of mods, well, not a lot of mods, there's probably about 5 to 10 that I ran, and then because there's a lot of issues sometimes with the new updates that make certain mods not working, or just like I had 3 different times I've had to uninstall WoWs Modstation, or maybe it was 5 times, and reinstall it. So I was kind of annoyed of doing that. So I haven't actually been running any mods from WoWs Modstation probably like a year. But today we're gonna look at some, and hopefully we'll give you a good going through. If you're a newer player in the game, or maybe you've been playing the game for a while and you've just never messed with any of the WoWs, and I think I have just liked WoWs Modstation just because it kind of goes with wargaming, whatnot. So, basically, you select client and you have mods, which we're going to go through all these different options, and then you have your settings here. You can see as well. There's some additional information there, but with the mods, so basically we're going to be looking at crosshairs. Then there's a battle interface design kit, ship icons. This should be a ship shell, or even camouflage. Modifications of the combat interface, port, and other modifications. So I run just a normal crosshair on my aiming reticle. You can also see, here it's saying max speed of a target, and then if I keep on that, go down here. Mod displays the max speed of a target in the crosshair, shows the current locked target's maximum achievable speed, not the actual speed. As a crosshair indicator, works with every crosshair, no other mod requirements, replaces the spotting distance info. So basically, you'll get a description most of the time, not always, of how the mod works. Sometimes I've seen some without any type of description. So if you want to understand what the mod does, just look down here in the bottom, and then you can get an example here on the screen of what that looks like. Maybe you've seen some different Twitch streamers or other World of Warships content creators, community contributors who use these different ones. Like I think I've seen some use some variation of that one. I don't know if I actually ever really ran one of these. Then you can see here we go into like your range finders. You can change those colors, kind of fun. Gun markers as well. And then, yeah, just some different zoom indicators here. So if I wanted to, let's say I wanted to run green. Right now I think it's just, in general, it's just white. I just click it and it says modifications have been changed, install 1. Okay, so it's going to save on that. I can select all, I can reset if there's something I don't like, but for the purposes right now, we'll keep that on. Now we're going to go into, if it tells me the category of this one again, Battle Interface Design Kits. So there's a couple of ones that I actually ran here. Here we have detection markers, we can move things up if we don't want to see them all as well. So just some different variations if you want things to stand out differently in terms of detection markers. Sector collision, if you're about to collide with an island, right? Radio location modifications. This I actually liked. I usually always ran the red. I like using red because as an enemy, this is if you have the radio location, or also known as radio position frequency. And so having the red was just nice. It stood out a little bit more than just kind of that gray white. Target lock marker. You can have some different colors here above the target. So it's up to you and if you really feel like you want that. Then you have torpedo trails. You can see it more clearly defined in the water. Then you have comprehensive change. So this one doesn't actually have anything on the screen, so sometimes you don't see that. But they have some kind of funny ones here. I think there was like some poi. Yeah, just funny. Some different ones here. Only you can see these. The enemy players cannot see, what type of shells it is that are flying at them. Then you have tracers. You can have colored tracers. Like that as well. And then there's some hit point bar alternatives. So you have some Azure Lane, Christmas. A lot of these just look like Azure. Oh, they're just different variations of them. Okay. So we've selected, what, 2 here or just 1? Just 1 there. All right. I bet there's another one. Maybe it's here, I'm thinking. This is something I used to run here. This is under the category of ship icons. This is a customizable panel. Player panels with a dynamic display of allies and opponents' hit points. Additional settings are available. So you would have basically these on the left screen, on the right screen. And I kind of got tired after a while. I did like it, but it kind of ate up a lot of my information. Like when I would get kills and hits, it'd be kind of hiding behind these bars per se. I myself didn't like running where it tells me the torpedo range of the enemy ship I'm going up against. I don't like that, so I kept that off. All I wanted to know is the ship and how much health, hit points did they have. That was really the only things I worked on there with. Then you have some other things here, like a detector lamp. So if an enemy ship is detected, there'll be like this little lamp that lights off. I think it's to the side, and tell you if they're currently spotted. And if it goes away, that means they're not spotted. And here you can see, saturation, the height, the scale of them. You can adjust all those things. That's something I used to run. And then you have some additional panels here. Other variations. Here you can see the ship classes are in different colors. So that's one I used to run, but you can see right now you can even click on it. So that one we can, but that one we can't. So sometimes it just varies update to update whether they work or not. It's kind of weird, but I mean now in the game, a couple updates ago, Wargaming actually gives you more information if you press and hold the tab key. It doesn't give you specific information, like exactly maybe what type of torpedoes they're running, the kind of that information there in game. So I'm losing train of thought there. And then we have this category, if it decides to tell me, which is ship shell, which really has to do more with the camouflage. So you can remove camo, unique camouflage plus, camo on separate ships. So again, if you were to do run this camouflage, only you can see it. The enemy players cannot see your ship looking like this, neither can your friendlies, from what I remember in Call. So if you want to run some of these here for your own benefit, you can. So some of these are actually pretty cool. Like I do like that one, I'm not gonna lie. This, and not showing the Marceau one, the Minotaur. So just be for your own benefit. I've never messed with these, which is Strongholst. But I don't know, that might be something we have to do one day just for the heck of it. Zao. So you can see it's a lot of the older, there's some newer ships here, but there's a good chunk of them that have been in the game for a while. Alright, then we're going to come over here into modifications of the combat interface. Okay. So there's going to be more things here. So I'm not sure if they're going to even show us. Yeah, you can see there's not showing us too many of these. Torpedo detection indicator. So then now that we can't see what's on the screen, we just have to read here at the bottom. The modification displays detection indicators over applied torpedoes, allied torpedoes if they were spotted by the enemy. Battle timer. Small mod allows you to move the battle timer to any convenient place on the screen. Also, the timer is more clear to distinguish against background interface. Has a background and 3 text color schemes depending on the remaining time until the end of the battle. So that's kind of cool. Submarine pingers on minimap. This is actually something I've seen. I think I saw a citizen running this. So what this one does is the modification indicates the submarine pingers on your minimap with the red circle. It enhances the minimap pings, the dots you can send via minimap. Thus, the indicators can appear in the 3D world if you have installed such mods. How the player names remain hidden in that case. So I'm pretty sure what this one means is if a submarine pings, you will be able to see it on your mini-map. So even if you're engaged in a battle, like I'm constantly looking at my mini-map, then I can see, oh, there's an enemy sub over here that pinged, something like that. Movement indicator. I did run this for a while, but then I don't know. I stopped liking running it. This one gives colors. It shows how a ship is moving, whether they're staying still, going forward, or reverse. Red if the ship is reversing, yellow if the ship is not in motion, green the ship is moving forward. The modification does not show the changing state of the ship, it only displays the current state. So then you would see, like, let's say you have a Marcel and he's going full speed, you see green, and then he slows down to a stop to juke your shells, then maybe you see a yellow and he even goes into a red. I used to run that for a little bit, but then I just stopped because I just felt like I wanted to work on my skill and like actually be able to distinguish for myself if the ship's moving or not. Often you're paying attention to the smoke screen, smokestack coming out, right? Last spotted timer. This modification counts the time since the ship is last spotted on the minimap. The timer is visible when the Alt key is pressed. So you can read through here. This one I actually want to see. The modification displays the time it takes for players to capture the control point. It's kind of already in the game. Advanced depth charge marker. The modification enhances the depth charge marker to display its shooter's name and rough distance to it. Here's some adjustable markers. Score timer. This one's a pretty big one. I really do like running this one. This is probably the mod I like the most because here you can see some different instances. Like here, our green team controls 3 of the 4 caps. They're 515 points versus 670, but because they control 3 of the 4 caps, their points difference is going to be ticking up much faster for them. So you see here, they're going to win. Green team will win 6 minutes. Enemy team loses in 12 minutes. So this puts the pressure on the red team that, hey, we need to respond by either taking control of key objectives, most likely, or focus on taking out enemy team. Here you can see there's not a lot happening. There's 4 caps. Each team has 31 minutes versus 28 minutes, and the only points difference is because green team has lost a cruiser. Then we come down here. Each team ticking 1 cap, all ships alive. 30 minutes. Nothing's changed there. So this one's probably about one of the best ones you can run because it helps you make those key decisions maybe towards the end of the battle, like, hey, if I had the caps, can I just simply run before the time ends? Got those Game of Throws that you see jingles do. This is very helpful in those situations. Reload time. There was another one I actually liked. Radar timer. The mod displays the time since you were detected by radar or hydroacoustic search. It helps you estimate the remaining action time or determine which ship activated the consumable. I do actually like running that. That is nice. Clock in battle. Let's see. Oh, this one I actually also ran. Detection timer after main battery fire. If the player's ship is detected after firing main battery round, the mod timer counts down 20 seconds. The timer is located under the indicator light. So basically after you fire your guns, this tells you, counts down from 20 seconds of when you'll go dark. I actually do like running this one, especially if I'm gunboating. Then you have advanced HP bar. So I'm not trying to go over every single one, just trying to point out ones I think that are useful. You can see this just gives you more information about the what you can recover in terms of rehealing. Or also here as well, with and without the Delta combat signal. Damage meter, secondary armaments. I did run this one because I did a lot of brawling. And I think I could control that and moving it around. So then you can see, you know, okay, are your secondary guns doing decent? and then also your anti-aircraft defense here. So secondaries here, anti-air here, and try to see what state of it's in, because then you'll start seeing like how that's, if you get dropped, you know, HE spam, Conqueror, St. Vincent, you know, whatever shooting you in your Ohio, then you're really start to lose your AA, and then you start having some secondaries incapacitated. So that's up to you if you want to run it or not. Let's see, I'm trying to wrap this up. I don't want to take a whole bunch more time. But you can just go through here and see what all they have here as well. Something also liked, I ran this one, Smoke Timer, so you can see the mod shows timers simultaneously for the first and last puffs of the smoke. So you can see 18 seconds for the last puff of smoke, or the first one you put down, excuse me, and then the 23 would be like your last puff of smoke. So if you're trying to reverse and then you go into the other puff of smoke that's actually about to dissipate, it actually gives you a pretty good idea of like, oh, maybe I shouldn't do that. And then here we have port. So there's some, let's see if it actually shows. It's not a whole lot of things here. It's just kind of varies to you what you would like to be able to see in port. And some different legends. Ships and premium ships. Your ship commanders, brighter rewards. Ship commander modification icons, modified ports. So there's Dorm, maybe some of you have seen that. Just a Twitch one. Then we're going to come in here to other. So environment modifications. So sometimes people don't like the fog and glare, so you can remove it. And that would be like the before and after. Calm seas, like if that's, you've seen people also run this without the waves. You can do that. Actually I ran it a little bit and then I didn't like it. I kind of actually liked the waves. You can just also see remove fog and glare, calm sea. So there's even more things happening there. You can see borderless binoculars. Replay enable. This modification includes recording replays of the game. Recording files are saved in the main game directory in the replays folder. So if I were to go into, I don't want to click out right now, my game folder for World of Warships, and I would see replays, I have a folder there and that's saving replays. So you can also enable it if you're like, hey, I don't think I'm actually saving replays. You can come in here and just enable your replay. You can also do turn that off. Removes the limit recorded for recorded replay files. So I think it's like 20. That just means if you do this, you'll have to probably go in regularly and clear out some. So I'm going to actually go ahead and do this. I actually lost a couple good replays battles when I wasn't recording. Then I'm like, dang, I wish I would have had that. Some flags, some pinup. Yeah, about it. And you can see there's not much actually happening here in this. So yeah, so basically I'll say install. And now all the mods have installed. And I can come through here and I can see what mods I'm running. I think over there. Most of them are here underneath the modifications of the combat interface. So. I don't know if there's anything necessarily else I need to say here, but as I said, I will put the link to downloading WoWs Modstation below in the description if you want to run this. There are some helpful things here. I mean, there's even more things you can run. It's just really up to you. I don't like to go overboard with the mods. I don't know how long I'll actually run these, this next update. Sometime after each update, you tend to have to actually come in and reinstall the mods, like selecting them. And hopefully you don't have to uninstall and reinstall the World of Warships official mod station either. But with each update, you have to come back in and you have to reinstall these mods again. But you can see it doesn't take too much time. Just know sometimes when you're coming back in, you might actually not be able to install them. Like here, you can see it's a bit faded out. Basically means you can't install it. So that can happen for one of your favorite mods. It's happened for me multiple times. That's why I kind of stopped running mods. But there are some really good helpful ones here. Just have to take the time out to go with it. And you can see update 13.1 here as I go over this video. So with that being said, I hope you liked today's video and new player guide series and talking about mods in World of Warships and using the World of Warships official mod station. Let me know if you run any mods or if you prefer not to run mods. I'm kind of indifferent. I kind of swing both ways, honestly. But there are some helpful ones here, especially if you're a newer player or maybe you've been playing the game for a while and you just would like a little bit more information while playing in game. So if you liked today's video, give a thumbs up. If you didn't, give a thumbs down. Subscribe if you do want to see more. If you ever subscribe, thanks so much. I really appreciate it. And thank you to those of you who support me on Patreon. Until next time, take care.